I had 3 different clients have big life-changing events. So the first one, I reached out to him and he's like, "Hey, I'm not sure if you heard, but I had a heart attack a few weeks ago." I'm like, "No, I didn't know."
Wow.
And he was back at work and things like that. And so then a few days later, I reached out to another client to try and set up an appointment to get together. And he was like, "Well, it's not a good time. My wife and I are getting divorced. His third child had just gone off to college." And he said, "It's not like we don't like each other. We just don't talk to each other.
Oh my
Because we
God.
go home and it's quiet in the house. And so we're going to get a divorce." He goes, "I guess we do have to get together to figure out how to split up the assets." And then the third guy, I reached out and I called him, and he literally was in his car driving his 17-year-old son and 17-year-old stepson to check them into drug rehab.
Oh my gosh.
And at the time, I was reading a book by Stephen Covey called The Eighth Habit. And the subtitle of The Eighth Habit is Finding Your Voice and Inspiring Others to Find Theirs. I went home and I told my wife, I'm like, "Man, I don't feel like I'm inspiring anyone to find anything." And so I wrote out a letter to like 100 clients, basically saying, "Hey, we talk about what we want to achieve in the future, and we get this vision, and then we kind of monetize everything. We just talk about that. And there's all these other elements that are going to be important. And I was wondering if we could expand our conversation, and if you'd be interested in a study group where we looked at universal principles that are going to be important in order to actually live that life." And I'm going to follow up with a phone call. So I called all 100, and 60 of the 100 said, "Yeah, I want to do that."
Wow, that's cool.
Shocked the crap out of me.
Yeah, of course.
And here's the funniest thing. Sivo, I had no idea what I was going to do. Right. I was offering this thing and I literally had no idea what. I'm like, "Yeah, we should do this thing." And then people said yes. And I didn't know what I was like, "Oh, wow, I wonder what I'm going to do." Because I wasn't a coach. Right. And so but I was a fan of Covey, and I liked 7 Habits. I thought 7 Habits was a better place to meet people individually, so I was like, let's just study 7 Habits. So I set up 5 different study groups with 12 people, and we'd meet once a month and we'd go through a chapter of the book.
Nice.
And I really just loved it. And some of them loved it too. And they'd be like, "Hey, can you come teach us in my company?" And so probably copyright infringement all over the place. Right. Sorry, Stephen. But that's kind of how it started. And then I just realized this is more enjoyable. This is more really who I am. And so I made the transition from financial planner to coach about 20 years ago. And so I've been coaching ever since.